What's up, everybody? Today is commuter day, and I've got a nice commuter scooter to show you guys. I mean, in terms of quality, for price, and features, this one I think's got it. Let's check it out. This one's called the ECOROAD, as you can see from the big branding on the deck. And not just any deck. This has got a rubber deck. So just like premium scooters, they didn't cut any corners here. This scooter is a new one. It's called the EC10. So not only do you get a rubber deck, you get a footrest, which is nice. I wish it was one solid smooth. Sometimes my sneakers will get wedged up in this little gap over here, but not a big deal. I guess they did it so you can grab it and hold it as a handle. So that's pretty cool. A lot of these e-scooters and e-bikes will cheap out on the handle grips. No. They made sure you were comfortable. It's got these little cute turn signals. Look at this. That is so cool. I've got to see how that looks at night, but I thought that was really cool. So you got your turn arrows here. You can easily distinguish left from right. It's got a little, it's loud enough for a scooter, of a commuter scooter. It's got brakes. Both brakes work with the integrated tail light, so that's good. And it's also a motor shut off. So in case you're on the throttle and you hit the brakes, it'll shut the throttle off automatically. The throttle is nice. It's one of those thumb throttles, but easy to just rest your thumb on it and just get going. Really nice, really smooth. They really thought of everything here. Digital display, which you can see clearly in the day, but because it's digital and the hertz on my refresh on the camera and what this is giving off is probably two different refresh rates, and as a result, it's probably difficult. It's probably glitching or blinking, but it's not in real life. As you can see, it's got the battery life there. It's pretty much displays everything. When you turn the headlights on, you can see the headlight display pops up right there. You got your mileage. You can switch between km and miles per hour just by triple tapping. You got your odometer, shows you your total mileage. This is your battery life, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last bar is red. Yeah, if you're on red, you know you don't have much left. The brakes are adjustable up here in case I forgot to mention. It does come with this pouch, and this pouch is really handy for carrying stuff like I've got this bike light to return on Amazon. A great little pouch to help you run your errands. I keep my manual in here. It's got a little dangly for you to hang your keys in here. It comes with an extra tube. Yes, the tires are tube tires. They're not tubeless. And you can keep your ear pump and a little handy tools in here just in case you need to tighten something up if it loosens up or something. So really handy pouch. I really like it. They had to brand it. They seem to brand everything, including the logo in front. It's got this tiny little cute reflector in front, which is really nice. And the headlight, which it's okay. I mean, you're not going to be doing any high speed with this scooter, so don't expect to, hey, it gets the job done, right? I've got to say, the stem latch on this thing is really easy. It has like a quick release, so you just pull up to release the hatch, and you pull it forward. That's it. Once you do that, then the handle comes all the way down, and it's got a little latch at the back here. You just pull down this little latch and you hook it. It's got a little hook on the fender there. I was like, isn't this gonna rip the fender? No, it's not gonna rip the fender. The fender's got, it's plastic fender, but it's got metal under it, so it's metal reinforced. And that's it. You can grab the handle now and just lift the scooter up. Now, the net weight on this little guy right here is about 45 pounds, and that's because it's carrying quite the battery inside of it. It maxes out at 25 miles an hour. The charger is a 42-volt, 2-amp charger, and the battery capacity inside of here, if you notice, it's got like a big tank at the bottom over there. It's a 36-volt, 15-amp-hour battery. Now, 15-amp-hour is your typical battery on your e-bikes, but usually these small scooters come in 10-amp-hour batteries. So yeah, 5-amp-hour more is definitely an improvement. It's got a 750-watt motor in the rear over there. So lots of power to get you rocking and rolling. This is the 2025 model, of course. So really nice. I like the touch, the reflectors they put on the front over there, the reflectors that they put on the rear over there. This just says commuter all over it. Now look at this. You actually get full front suspension on this bike. And let me tell you, it is comfortable. I really enjoy riding this scooter. It's nice and stiff. I'm 185 pounds. and I don't have a whistle to complain about the suspension. For the size of this scooter, the suspension front and rear is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now look at these tires as well as we're here. The rims are nice too. They got like these nice spacings for air and stuff. These tires are absolutely fabulous and grippy. I mean, you can swerve from left to right. It is totally grippy. Now, it's a tube tire, but just be careful where you ride. If you see glass and nails and stuff like that, avoid it. I wish the front was disc brakes, but it's not. It's actually, there's a drum in here, so it's drum brakes. But I will say that the drum brakes work really good. This bike stops. I have no problem stopping this scooter. Now the rear is full suspension as well. It's got one shock on each side. It's got a shock here and a shock on the other side. Look at that. It's twin shocks in your life, and these work. They are solid, they are stiff, and I have no complaints at all. And like I told you, the rear lights are integrated, so when you mash the brakes, people can see that you're slowing down. And when you turn the headlights on, it lights up the rear light as well. And when you mash the brakes, it gets even brighter. So that's really cool that they took the time to integrate everything. Now, this is probably my biggest complaint on this scooter. When you go to put air in the rear one, the front's fine, but the rear, it's just, they don't give you much space here. It's really tight to the hub that's holding the motor and stuff. So they give you this extension to add on here, but it's really finicky and really hard. I just wish this was sticking out a little bit more, that I could get my air pump on there without needing an adapter, which can be a little annoying. But apart from that, I pretty much love everything on this scooter for commuting. I really, really like it. They thought of everything. They gave you everything. And a lot of these scooters, these small ones, when you're riding it, the front will kind of wobble. This one doesn't wobble at all, even though the handlebars are short, because to make a commuter scooter commute, you've got to be able to fold it up, go up and down steps. I get that. And then if you have long handlebars, which typically give you better control over the scooter and less wobble and shake in the front, you could get it hooked on a door frame, hooked going up the step on the railing. So they try to keep the handlebars as short as possible on all these commuter scooters. But the problem with that is it affects the handling, and the front usually wobbles at high speed. This, not at all. I did 20, 25, 24 miles an hour easily, not even on smooth road, and the front won't even wobble at all. Whether it's these really nice tires they have on, the suspension, or combination of the tires and suspension, this scooter rocks and rolls. Now, I did tell you that the front brakes are drum, and that even though it's drum brakes, this scooter still stops very well, and that's because the rear wheel is using disc brakes. Now, it's not hydraulic disc brakes, it's mechanical disc brakes, but for a commuter scooter going 20, 25 miles an hour, this thing stops on a dime, as you can see. So the combination of the disc in the rear and the drum that's in the front makes a really, really nice combination for stopping this scooter. And unboxing and setting up this little bad boy was the easiest thing ever. Literally just pull it out the box, pull the handle up right, lock it into place. There are 4 screws that have to be secured when you push the handlebar down into the stem. That's it. Literally, that's it. I did go through all the other screws, but everything was strong and tight and sealed and ready to go. Did I mention the tires were 10-inch tires? So that's another reason why this scooter handles so well. The range I've gotten out of this thing is around 18 to 22 miles for me, but I'm always in the fastest mode. This scooter has 3 modes. The first mode will get you about 12 miles an hour tops. Then you have the second mode that will get you to about 18 miles an hour. And the reason why I don't get much range is because I'm always in the fastest mode that goes up to 25 miles an hour. And I've gotten pretty close. At 185 pounds, I've gotten about 20, 21, 22, somewhere around there. You'll see. I had the GoPro use its GPS to track the fastest speed that this scooter will go. And I was pretty impressed, especially at my weight. When I'm riding, I actually have to take my right hand off the handlebar to change the mode between the slow mode to the medium mode to the fast mode. And that's why I just ride in the fast mode all the time, because the last thing you want to do on a scooter, if you know anything about riding scooters, you never take any of your hands off the handlebar. And because that speed control is not available on my thumb or near to my thumb, I actually have to take my hand off the bar to go and touch that mode, and then you can lose control of the scooter. And that could make someone want to take their hands off the handlebar. especially if they need more speed or more power if they're climbing up hills. And then when they take their hands off, you know what can happen. So that's the only improvement I would say. If there's ever another model of this coming out, that's a big improvement I would like to see, where the speed button goes somewhere either by your left thumb or your right thumb, anyone. Now, I know there's a lot of people, male and female included, that don't run around lifting 45 pounds, especially if you got 2-3 flights of stairs when you're done commuting to work and home or doing your groceries and stuff. So it can be a little bit of a stress to lift. So I would say this is ideal for someone who's living on the first floor, that you can roll in and out of your apartment easily without having to climb at least more than one rung of stairs. If you got to go up a couple of stairs, a couple of steps, that's fine. But if you're going second, third floor on stairs, and you don't have an elevator, then that could be a problem at 45 pounds. For me, not a problem. I lift 45 pounds easily, but everyone's different and everyone has different tolerance for weight. So just bear that in mind. But you do get the battery life. I'll be climbing hills at 12, 13 miles an hour, your average hill, nothing too steep, so no complaints there at all. And just power is very smooth. The roll off is, the acceleration is not like erratic or anything. Doesn't matter which mode you're in, you're gonna get a smooth roll off all the way up to your 25 miles an hour if you're in the fastest mode. Plus, this scooter has all the typical features that you would find in most popular scooters and commuter scooters, like cruise control. It's got an electronic lock, which is pretty cool. You can't do the electronic lock from here, but there's an app that this scooter comes with. You can see the app right here that shows you everything. You can lock it by the touch of a button, whether it's a password lock, a temporary lock. You can lock it. You can check your battery life. You can adjust so many things. Look at that. Total mileage, current speed, remaining power, motor temperature, current, real-time voltage. There's just so many things that you can see on the app over here. So if you have a phone mount, you can mount it on the stem over here, play around with the app, and get so many things and so much data while you're riding. All you need is a Bluetooth connection. That's pretty much it. The price right now on Amazon is $409, but that's only if you want the brown color. You can save a few bucks if you don't want the brown color, which looks kind of cool. And you can get the black color for $399. It's 43% off, and I think that's a steal. For 400 bucks, I don't think you're gonna get a scooter with this much features. It's got the mud guards right here and the rain guards in case you get caught in the rain. It's got the silicone on the standing pad. It's got a footrest. It's easy to break down. It's super solid and stable. They did not cheap out. It comes with everything that you see here, including the pouch, digital tachometer, app features built in. You just need a Bluetooth connection, charger. It's just, this scooter has got everything in my opinion, and it's really hard to beat for that price. I don't know how long it's gonna stay at that price. So that's pretty much it. Would I highly recommend this scooter? Absolutely. I think it's a great scooter compared to those that are on the market right now, especially at that price point right now at 40-something% off. Why pay $600 when you can get it for $399? I mean, $400, it's like 200 bucks off. I would definitely grab it for $400. Sure beats the bus. It gives you good range. It's reliable. It's comfortable with the front and rear suspension and the 10-inch tires. You can't beat that. The brakes are solid. I don't know. What more can you ask for a commuter scooter? All right, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Hit the bell so you can get notified when I release new videos. All the drone footage you saw in this video was shot with the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And if you're looking for LUTs, if you have the same drone or any drone that shoots log or cine-like footage, head over to www.dronexfactor.com. I've got a pack of 60-something LUTs there for you that's bound to suit your drone footage. If you got more questions, leave it in the comment section below. I'll try to get to them. Or think about becoming a patron. It's $1 a month. That's $12 a year. And you get direct access to me. It's like sending me a message on my phone, and you're bound to get a response from me. If you're looking for a commuter scooter, but you don't want to stand and you prefer to sit, check out this video right here for this sitting scooter. That might be better for you. If you're looking for an AI lawnmower that will mow your lawn without you having to lift a finger, check out this video down here I've got for you as well. With that being said, guys, I've got to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys, well, whenever I can.